I don't have any allegiance to any fighters. I have allegiance to boxing. I'm a boxing fan. So when I did make my video about Caleb Plant versus Canelo, the fight was dead, is a tweet from Mike Compinger saying the fight is dead, but there was no details. So after I released my video, the interview with Caleb Plant came out. So all the Canelo haters read the interview, they came at me. You know, they saying I wasn't spitting any facts. The facts were Caleb Plant wanted $10 million. The other fact was the fight was dead. And since at that time I didn't have any details, I let my own opinions go. And I said they were my opinions, not facts. And we haven't heard from Canelo, but we heard from Caleb Plant. And let's hear what Caleb Plant has to say. Plant said Canelo's bark is bigger than his bite. He said Canelo's offered a career-high payday of $40 million, Mexican TV rights, Hennessy sponsorship, upside of the gate, pay-per-view revenue, and then towards the end of negotiations, Canelo changed his mind. He wants a rematch for him if he loses, but Caleb Plant doesn't get a rematch. He also adds his side of the contract was done 2 weeks ago. They were waiting on Alvarez. Another stipulation Canelo had in the contract was if Plant gets sick or injured, Canelo gets a late replacement, I think from the PBC, and gets the same amount of money, which is $40 million. But if Canelo gets sick or injured, Plant has to wait. And why wouldn't you want to wait? Because that's probably the biggest payday you're going to get in your career. Canelo also got his 22 by 22 foot ring. So according to Caleb Plant, if this is not coming out of my mouth, these are the details he's telling us. Canelo got everything he wanted. From rematch clauses, from pay-per-view revenue, ring size. Canelo got what he wanted. But the $40 million question is, and it's something is missing here, why did negotiations stop if Canelo's getting his way? I mean, Plant said Canelo is the one that pulled out this fight. Why did he do this? Only thing I can think of, the big disagreement here, is that Canelo didn't want to fight on Fox, PBC. And that is just an opinion from me. It's not a fact. Caleb Plant does not mention the platform they fight on, but he gave Canelo everything else. And as far as the A-side demands, this has been going on in boxing for years. We're in a social media era, so everything's out. We don't know what Mike Tyson demanded. We don't know what De La Hoya demanded. It doesn't matter how absurd the demands are. If you want to beat the man, you have to beat the man. As far as Canelo ducking Caleb Plant, that's ridiculous because this was Canelo's goal to be king at 168. Also, according to Caleb Plant, they granted Canelo a one-fight deal. Why do you think this fight broke down in negotiations? I think overall this whole situation is very fishy. I think Caleb Plant is leaving something out. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm out.